You're going to be challenged in life no matter what. So you might as well make it on your own terms.
That means I'm moving. I made a few mistakes, but I'm improving. I'm human, but I've been making daily resolutions. I got to. You might do it different, but I'm not you.
Hey, Mark.
I'm self-made.
Hey,
I'm
Mark.
doing things that
Mark.
I was never taught.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Hey Mark, the podcast where I, Mark, get to have open and authentic conversations about the struggles that we go through, whether that be in your work life, your personal life, your entrepreneurial life, your mental, your physical health, whatever it may be. The reason I'm doing that is so that we can start these conversations that might be stigmatized, but basically just don't happen on a daily basis. I want you to understand that no matter what you are going through, you are not alone. That's the purpose of doing this podcast. And so, welcome to Hey Mark. Welcome to another segment of What Would Mark Do? The segment where you can send in your clips basically explaining a little victory in your life, a little struggle that you've been going through recently, or a struggle that maybe a friend of yours has been going through recently to try and help out. I'll give my 2 cents. Maybe we'll agree, maybe we'll disagree, maybe we'll have to find common ground, or maybe one of us is going to gain a new perspective on how to deal with this issue. And so, without further ado, let's roll today's clip and see what this question is going to be about.
Hey, Mark.
So you mentioned in one of the conversations we've had with you that you like to do challenges.
So our question for you is, how do accomplishing and crushing these challenges help with your confidence and mental health?
Hey, Nori Athletics. Thank you so much for reaching out, guys. Thank you for the support. And if you're wondering what they're referring to with all these challenges, things like that, you'll see them on my Instagram. I've done them for the past, quite a few months now. It's probably close to half a year. And that's kind of, like I said, where you're going to see these challenges. Anyways, what are these challenges that they're referring to? What are these challenges I've done? What are these challenges? And can I explain them? Let's kind of start with what the challenges are. I'll break them down. I'll give you a timeline, and then I'll explain, kind of maybe my takeaways or what I got out of doing these challenges or the reasons that I challenge myself. I'm not 100% sure yet. Let's just get into it. So, where did this kind of all start? I started wanting to instill healthier and better habits into my life, kind of trying to build my own routine, and I didn't really have anywhere to start. And so I started with other programs, other challenges made by other people. And then I kind of built from there. So the first one I did was 75 hard. I started that last August and then finished it in October. 75 hard, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's a 75-day program to build discipline and grit and, kind of confidence and just kind of be a needle mover in terms of just kind of, instilling positive habits in yourself. So what are the rules to this challenge? It is a challenge where you have to perform 6 rules every single day for 75 days straight. If you deviate or fall off the plan at all in those 75 days, you start back at square one. The 6 rules that you have to follow are: read 10 pages of a book every single day. Audiobooks don't count. Work out twice a day for 45 minutes a pop. One of them has to be outside. Drink a gallon of water every single day. Follow a meal plan, that's geared towards making a physical improvement to your body. Whatever it is, whatever that means to you, you pick that. And then no alcohol, no booze, no cheat meals, no deviations from the plan. So basically, you're just following a meal plan, drinking a shit ton of water, working out twice a day, once outside, and you're reading all the time. And so a lot of people are going to bash this program. A lot of people are going to say that it's a little bit too rigid, a little bit too strict. There's not enough flexibility with it. It might not be the program for them. It seems a little bit too intense. It doesn't seem necessary in their life. But if you're somebody like me who, kind of lacked a core foundation for a lot of these things, didn't really have any discipline in his life whatsoever, was kind of just flying by the seat of his pants, no seatbelt on, I was just kind of needing something like this to kind of snap me back into reality and hit refresh on my brain, hit refresh on my routines, and just kind of put me in a better mind state altogether, in a growth mind state, really. The second challenge I did was after finishing that in October, I chilled out for a couple months. And then in December, I started a new challenge for myself, which was the 5K a day. And that was basically pretty simple. It was run 5K every single day before 5 a.m. With no deviations. And so that was during Christmas time, that was during New Year's time, and then that was basically a really shitty time to be waking up before 5 o'clock to run, because the run had to be done before 5. And so the reason I did that was because it held me accountable to going to bed on time. Because if I wasn't going to bed on time, waking up at, around 4 o'clock in the morning to get up for a run was gonna fucking suck. So it forced me to go to bed on time. I was still able to eat a Christmas dinner and kind of, enjoy and relax during the New Year's. But every single day, no matter what, I was up at 4 o'clock to run that 5 kilometers. Doing that challenge helped me out in a lot of ways, but my biggest takeaways were that a lot of the physical pain I was feeling was actually more mental than I had thought. I was able to push through a lot of times where, I felt like maybe I needed to rest, maybe I couldn't run, maybe I should take the day off. And what I kept telling myself was, I'll just go for a run for one more day. And then tomorrow, if I feel like I can't do it, maybe then I'll rest. And just pushing myself one more day. I ended up finishing the entire month, not missing a single day. And, running has still stayed somewhat consistent in my workout routine. I still go for, maybe 2-3 runs a week on a consistent basis. That hasn't stopped since last December, and it's now the middle of, the end of May. And so the other way that helped me out was just building the discipline to actually just say no to certain situations, maybe certain events, maybe certain gatherings, hanging out with certain people, just because I knew I had to go to bed on time. Otherwise, my next day was going to be really shitty because, like I said, I'd have to go for a 5K run before 5 a.m. and then still work my construction job. So if I wasn't going to bed, I wasn't a happy guy. So the 5K a day helped me out with discipline, going to bed on time, and pushing past physical pain that I didn't think I was able to do. And also just being able to run that much when I started off with being able to just run maybe 1K, 2K, and struggling with that. Going to 5K a day consistently just kind of pushed me past a plateau, you could say, in terms of my fitness levels. 2020 has come to an end, and then January 2021 has hit. I've done 2 other challenges since then. I've done the month of mindfulness, and then I did 75 hard a second time. The month of mindfulness was a program, again, designed personally by me, for me, because it was something that I needed to develop and work on myself, my mindfulness. I needed to take a step back and relax and be able to analyze my life and any situation I found myself in a little bit better. And so I needed to be more mindful. And how did I do that? I made it a daily challenge for myself. What were the rules for the month of mindfulness? Well, it was based off a similar structure of 75 hard, except it was just a 1-month program. And then obviously all the rules were geared towards being a little bit more mindful. So what were the rules? Meditating for 5 minutes every single day, journaling at least 1 full page every single day, reading 10 pages of a book every single day, stretching for 15 minutes every single day, and exercising for 45 minutes every single day. So still having a pretty active program keeps me active, not neglecting my fitness or my physical health, but also using the fitness aspect as a way to improve the mental health, and then using a little bit more tools like journaling and reading and meditating, breathing and stretching to basically connect the mind and the body. So a month of mindfulness was probably my favorite challenge that I've done so far, but I'm also pretty partial to it because I made it myself. And then after that, just recently, I finished 75 hard for the second time. So you might be asking yourself, why does this freak do this? Why does this big idiot just fucking challenge himself all the time? Why can't he just be comfortable living normally like everybody else? And I kind of ask myself the same question. Why do I have to do these things? Because, you know, in the past, I have struggled with mental illness. In the past, I have struggled in battles with my mental health. And I know what it's like to feel like that. And I know that there are habits and behaviors that I can take on right now that will help me prevent those feelings in the future, and also help me fight those feelings if they do seep back into my life in a more appropriate way, a more healthy way, a way that I can, you know, overcome these struggles in a faster way without impacting the other people that are important to me in my life. And so the reason I'm challenging myself now is to make myself stronger in the future. It's a way to push myself and be a little bit more disciplined, and to try new things, and to instill positive habits in my life, and just basically get closer to what I would consider to be happiness. You don't have to do the same challenges that I do. Your challenge can be tailored to you. Like I said, in January, I felt like I had to be more mindful, and so I did the month of mindfulness. In December, it was just running 5K every single day. It seems like a little bit more barbaric, right? A lot less thought out, but still as effective because it was tailored for a different need. And so whatever challenge you might need in your life right now is going to be different than the challenge that I need. But there are certain programs like 75 Hard that are just going to set a baseline precedence for, you know, what you can really achieve. And so I do recommend that program pretty strongly. But at the end of the day, the reason why I challenge myself so much is because you're going to be challenged in life no matter what. So you might as well make it on your own terms. Because if you wait to be challenged, life is going to challenge you. And it's going to be at the worst fucking time possible. It's going to fuck your life up completely. It's going to feel unfair. It's going to feel like all the cards are stacked against you. But if you challenge yourself, if you take on a challenge voluntarily and you start to work on the things that you might be lacking in, and you do that on a consistent basis, by the time life tries to challenge you, or anyone in your life tries to challenge you, you'd have already dealt with that struggle before in your life, or a version of that struggle, and you'll have tools in your toolbox, not a physical toolbox, but an emotional or a mental toolbox, a tactical way for you to work yourself out of that situation or that struggle or whatever it is you need to overcome. So if you challenge yourself first, by the time you get challenged by life or by other people, you're fucking laughing in their face. So thank you so much for the support. I hope this helped you out with giving you a new perspective or just entertained you. But at the end of the day, thank you so much. Much love and peace out, baby.